undefined, soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Well, hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and I am so happy to be with you once again. How is everyone tonight? Let me know who's here. Give me a hi, a wave, a hello in the comments. I want to see everybody getting excited because I've got a great show lined up for you tonight. There's going to be all sorts of things going on, but first I want to talk about some of the rules. So if this is your first time here, it'll give you an idea of how we work. And if you've been here before, well, it's a nice reminder. So how do we do things? Well, we offer both free and paid readings here at My Psychic Connection. And it's Tara. Hello from Pennsylvania. Yeah, tell me where you're from as well. Hi, Tara. Great to have you here because we have a platform that goes all around the world. In fact, if I remember correctly, we're on something like 196 platforms. So we're everywhere. You can't miss us. All right. So more about those rules. So we do free and paid readings here. Now, the free readings are 2 minutes long. And when that bell goes, I do have to stop and move on to the next question. Now, we ask you to provide us with very specific questions. Now, what do I mean by that? Gemma, hi Gemma, hello, lovely to see you here, your beautiful face. So when we want questions, we want specific questions. So what I mean is, you know, we don't want, is my love life good, or what's happening at work? It's more specific than that. If there's a situation you want to look at, give me a little bit of detail so that with that. And E says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Hi, Innerji. Hi, Gemma. Yeah, we have such a lovely community here, don't we? I love it when everyone interacts with each other. So keep doing that in the chat. So with these general questions, you need to go to mypsychicconnection.com for those, because we do answer general questions, just not on the live shows. So remember, keep your questions very, very specific. It gives me time to really get into the meat of it very quickly rather than trying to work out what it is that you want intuitively. So there's that. Now, when it comes to the paid readings, you have some choice. You have the choice of the quick read, which is timed. It's longer than 2 minutes, but it's still timed. We also have the mini and the mega, and they are both untimed. They take as long as they take. And with the mega, by the way, you can ask up to 4 questions. So that is an awesome way to have a reading. If you'd like to donate for a reading, all you have to do is click on the link in the comments. Now, if you're on one of the radio stations or another platform where there is no comment section or chat, make sure you hop on over to My Psychic Connection Live on YouTube, and you will be able to drop your questions in there. The other important thing I want to tell you about is we like to pay it forward here at My Psychic Connection. And so every month or so, we have a new charity that we pay forward to. So if you do a donated reading tonight, you are also helping us to pay it forward, because $1 from every reading will go to the Ryan White program, a wonderful charity that we are so happy to be associated with these donations. Now, the other thing about questions, if you have any questions that are either medical, health related, that does include pregnancy and death predictions, or you have any legal or questions that are related to legalities like contracts and things like that, they are not allowed. By law in many countries, unless you are a lawyer or a doctor, you are not allowed to offer out opinion or advice on those things. So we don't go there because we are worldwide. So if you do put in any of those questions, I will skip past them. And that applies to the lightning round or any of the other games as well. And Laura says, good evening. And we've got horses and hearts. Lovely. Good evening. Lovely to see you here. So, yeah, just remember, avoid those questions. Don't try and sneak them in the games because we will ignore those as well. Also, too, I wanted to talk a little bit about those games we have tonight, starting right now. Right now, we have the emoji game. So start putting in all of those emojis, your favorite emojis. I particularly love kangaroos, but you can put in koalas because I'm from Australia. You can also put in beautiful blue hearts. I love to see those as well. But show me your favorite emojis. Get those fingers typing because later in the show, you will win a divination reading from me. And the games are the only time where you'll see me doing a general type reading here on the show. So are you ready to get started? Are you ready to have fun? Because we have the full moon in Sagittarius tonight as well. Now, this is a happy moon. It's a fun moon. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But in the meantime, let's go to our first question. Who do we have, please? And we have Gemma. Gemma, how lovely. Oh, look at this. Now, this looks like a good question. Gemma says, will my daughter Shan and Kane's relationship survive? He was talking to other girls last year, but stopped after she was going to leave him. She's struggling to trust him. There's a distance between them. They have a 7-week-old baby. Oh, how cute. And they want to stay together. They go on date nights and are going on a trip, just the two of them soon, which hopefully will help. But he's not as romantic as he was. Well, let's have a look at how this relationship, this family moving forward might look. So here we go. So I'm going to look at the relationship at the moment. I'm going to look at it over the next 3 months and then the next 6 months. So what I'm seeing at the moment is that, yeah, things are still out of balance. I've got the Justice card reversed, and I still think that they're kind of both trying to find their way at the moment, getting back to that total 100% trust. But yes, this is confirming they're not there yet, and they have a lot of work still to do. There needs to be more open communication, not just the surface stuff, but really talking about those trust issues and how the work can be done to bring them back. Over the next sort of 3 months, I do see that your daughter will be struggling. She will be struggling to get this trust back with her partner. And what I'm seeing here is that it's going to take work on both sides. It's almost like he has to prove himself to her, but she also has to open up a little bit and learn to trust again, if that is the free will choice that she wants to make. The second 3 months, I've got the 10 of Wands. I kind of feel that for both of them as they move forward, life is kind of getting in the way. It's great to see that they're going out on date nights. And I do feel that this trip will... And we have the bell. Gemma, thank you. Now, everyone, that is an example of a really good, meaty question. It has context. It explains the situation and allowed me to dive deep quickly into what was going on and how things might look moving forward. So I encourage you to have those questions that are very, very specific. And Gemma says, that's pretty much what I said too. Thank you. Gemma, thank you so much for that feedback. And speaking of feedback, if you do see the value in what I offer in terms of readings, please, 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 I invite you to leave some feedback, leave a review. To do that, you go to www.journeyryanlive.com/reviews. Your thoughts on the readings are really important to us. Thank you so much. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we have the full moon in Sagittarius tonight. Now, it's not such a strong emotional full moon. It's more of a light-hearted, happy full moon. You know, we have Sagittarius with the moon in Sagittarius on one side of the sky, and we have the sun in Gemini on the opposite side of the sky. And when these two planets, these two luminaries are in opposition, that is the full moon. So we have both the energy of Gemini, which is fun, social, can be a little bit scatty at times, but we also then have the energy of Sagittarius with that moon in Sagittarius, which is also outgoing. It's expansive. It is also a fun energy. And both of these signs are mutable energy, so highly changeable, highly adaptive. So with this full moon in Sagittarius, you're kind of getting this energy of, things changing and being more spontaneous. I wonder how that feels for you. Emma Rose says, ooh, Sagittarius and Gemini energy talk. Talk about playful energy. Yes, it can be, but I will talk a little bit about the other side of it a little bit later in the show. But in the meantime, let's take our next question. Who do we have, please? And we've got Emma Rose. Hello again, Miss Emma Rose. And she says, I'm curious to know how karaoke is going to go for me in my hometown this year on my birthday, which is the 8th of June. Well, happy birthday for the 8th of June, Miss Gemini. I hope my performance goes well. Lol. Laugh out loud. Okay, my Jupiter is also in my 4th house. I hope that extra info helps. Well, Emma Rose, the 4th house is all about home and family, so I'm not going to go there with that at this point. I'm going to focus more on that wider energy of how the karaoke will go for you on your birthday. Let's have a look. Put out some cards. I've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. So what I see with this karaoke is this is normally like doing things in a group, doing things together. And Emma Rose says, okay, sure, let's do it. Yes, let's do it. With that 3 of Pentacles reversed, I see you standing alone on a stage. I don't see you doing karaoke with your backup crew or with anyone else. I don't see you doing duets. I see you putting you out there with this karaoke and doing it in a very strong way. I also have the 3 of Wands. And what karaoke is doing for you, particularly on this night, is allowing you to envision yourself in that bigger picture, that bigger journey that you want to have as a performer, as a singer. Because this 3 of Wands, we're kind of looking at the bigger picture. We're looking out onto the horizon. And I feel that this birthday night doing karaoke is going to allow you to kind of get that energy up again, get that energy moving for the bigger picture of the future. I also have the King of Swords here, and I feel that you're going to be very, very strong with your song choices, with how you want to perform them, and you're going to be very, very clear. I want to draw a T-point. Just got clipped by the bell, but it looks very good. Thank you so much for your question, and have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. But I'm sure I will talk to you before then. And Emma Rose goes, yay! And we've got some microphones there. Yeah, get that voice out there. Speaking of getting voices out there, and Emma Rose says, thank you so much for your time. You are so welcome. I love being here. I love doing readings. And it's Lexi. Hi. Lexi says, yay, energy. I just have to run, but just dropping in to say welcome back. Missed you and sending love. Oh, Lexi, thank you. Sending you and everyone else love as well. And Pam is here. Hi. Hello, Pam. Lovely to see you. Those beautiful roses. Miss Collins is saying, hi, Energy. Miss Collins, great to see you back here with me again. I feel like I've been away for years. This is only my 2nd show back, but I feel wonderful with you all here. It is brilliant. All right, let's move on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Sophia. Sophia, hello, how are you? Now, Sophia's question. Hi, on my next home move, will it be a house, 2-story, or a bungalow? A timing would be great. Thank you. I am in the UK. Well, hello to everyone in the UK. I was born in the UK, so my heart goes a little bit of pity-pat when it comes to the UK. All right, so let's have a look about you moving into a house or a bungalow, and potential timing. So I'm looking at the potential for a house, potential for a bungalow. Then I'm going to look at now, 6 months, 12 months. All right. Looking at moving into a house, I've got the Ace of Wands here. So the energy is there. I feel like that's your preference. You would rather be in a house, a 2-story house, than a bungalow. But I'm seeing here with this other card with it, I've got the Moon. And I feel like whilst the energy is there, the opportunity might be there. I feel like with this Moon card, there are things under the surface that won't come to light that might make it just a little bit glitchy, a little bit iffy. I want to look at the bungalow now. Now, I've got 2 great cards for the bungalow. I've got the Justice card. So I feel that everything will work in your favor. I feel that, you know, everything will be easier and it will be balanced. I also have the 6 of Wands here. Now, this is a card of victory and success. So this is saying to me, a bungalow is certainly looking much more positive for you, that single story, as opposed to the house, which has some underlying issues around it. In terms of timing, I am not seeing that happening for at least 6 months. I think you've got a lot of stuff that you need to do around preparation for this move. I get the feeling, just intuitively, I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of... Oh, and we've got the bell. I do hope that was of help to you, Sophia, and thank you so much for your question. Another example of a great question. Now, please don't forget to share us out. Share us out far and wide, because we are so excited to grow our My Psychic Connection family. And yes, each one of you is part of the My Psychic Connection family. We are all together. We are all one. So please share us out far and wide, and, you know, let's grow this My Psychic Connection family. All right, let's go on to our next reading. Who do we have, please? And we have Taylor. Taylor says, still struggling to figure out if I should go to my son's high school graduation in Virginia. It's a 10-hour drive and I haven't found anyone to go with me. And there is a lot of friction. I don't want drama. All right. Well, Taylor, I'm going to look at it from the perspective of what would it look like if you did go? Would there be drama, or how would it be? So let's do that. So we're just shuffling the cards to get them in alignment. And yeah, I've got the World card first up, and this is saying that, you know, if you go there, it will start to open things up. I feel if you go to the graduation, you are going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, because I get the sense that you're a little bit scared to go. You're scared of what might happen. You're scared of upsetting any other relationships, particularly with your son. So I kind of feel that you want to go, but there's a holding back that's coming from you. If you did attend, I've got the 2 of Pentacles here, and I do see it being a bit up and down. I do see that you would really need to control your emotions, control what you say, and allow him to have his day and don't step into any drama. But I do see it being a little bit dicey. And I've got the King of Cups reversed. And this is saying, yes, emotions will be high. I feel like there is going to be one other person there who wants to be the drama king, who wants to create some issues. Now, how you react to that will determine how dramatic it will get. Whether you go or not is a free will decision, but I do see that, yes, this is complicated and it is highly emotional, you know, and this is not someone who is prepared to sit back. So you don't want to get into arguments there. Thank you so much for your question. I do hope that has been of help. And, you know, graduating for anything. Oh, Sophia says, I live in a house at the moment, but no garden. I love where I live, but with the anxiety and stairs, it's hard at times. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Sophia, that's why that that 2 story is not looking good for you. So thank you for that feedback. I really, really appreciate it. Graduations, you know, we think of the big graduations in life, like high school, college. Here in Australia, we call university as well. And we think about those major milestones. But, you know, we all have different little graduations of our own. We might graduate from being a teenager to an adult. We might graduate from being a little child to a teenager with more independence. We have all sorts of different graduations in our life. And I wonder how much we pay attention to them. Do you celebrate them or do you take them for granted? You know, we usually have an 18th birthday party or a 21st birthday party to celebrate coming into young adulthood. We have celebrations to represent the graduation of being in a relationship or in a marriage. But consider all the other ways that we have the little graduations in life, those little successes. I always encourage you to honor those little successes. Oh, and here we go. It is time for the Numbers of Life intuitive game. This is a new game that we started last week. You don't have to know anything about numerology, not a single thing, but you do have to be able to guess a number. So here is how it works. I have chosen a number between 1 and 30. Over the next 3 minutes, start using either your intuition to see if you can pick up on the number that I chose before the show, or just makes as many guesses as you can. And the person who chooses the correct number will win a special numerology divination reading from me. Now, numerology as a divination form is different from the numerology that you do in relation to your birth date, your name, etc. I'm using the frequencies for a general reading, and remember, the games are the only time I will do a general reading. So let's just keep keying in your guesses and see if we can have a winner. And while we're doing that, let's have a look at the numerology, and we're going to look at Thursday. And we're going to be looking at Thursday, the 23rd of May, 2024, and that reduces down to the number 9. So this is going to be a day tomorrow where you need to look at the bigger picture. You need to step back and look at the world from a more generous point of view, a more humanitarian point of view, that larger world, the larger things that are going on around you. Because a lot of time we're so focused on our own daily lives, we don't notice the bigger picture. And then we don't notice how that picture affects us. So this is also an energy of being supportive, being kind, being caring, and being generous. But it's done in a way where you don't jump into the emotion of it yourself. You're a little bit buffered from the emotional side. Now, the downside is that today you can be a little bit jealous. Jealousy can come up. Oh, here we go. We've got a winner. It's Sophia. And Sophia has guessed the right number or used her intuition, and it is the number 27. Congratulations. This is wonderful. Okay, so I am going to shuffle my numerology deck for you, Sophia, and see what the frequencies and energies of the numbers are for you. And Sophia says, yay! And I'm going, yay! Getting those cards aligned for you. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay. So I feel like there's a focus for you in terms of the energies with career, but also around how you bring your spirituality into your work. Now, I'm not saying you get on a soapbox and start saying, I believe this, I believe that, but how you can bring your spirituality into your everyday. Because I do have the number 8. And the number 8, and I've got the year 8 as well. And the number 8 is about career. It's about the material things. It's about work. It's about finding our own confidence at work, our own strength at work. Now, I'm seeing here the shadow side for the number 8. And so I think at work, you've got to be careful about being a little bit too blunt and about being a little too insensitive at the moment, because I feel that there are a lot of stresses there right now. And so I feel like you've just got to back away from that and come into that light side of that number 8 energy, focusing on what you're achieving, focusing on what you're doing, focusing on what you want to do moving forward in terms of your long-term career. And I've got the number 3, and this is about doing it in a creative way. This is about thinking outside the box. And this is also a little bit about teamwork as well. Knowing that we can't do everything on our own in the workplace, that teamwork is important, but you need to get a little bit more creative. And as I said, you need to bring the spirituality in. You need to come from your heart. I've got the master number of 11 here, and this is the card of the spiritual teacher, the energy of bringing in what we know and sharing it out into the world. And this is the light side of this. This is the positive side. So when it comes to you in the workplace, you can be someone who can offer wise advice, but you need to be in the right mentality, the right outlook to do it. So you need to move out of this shadow side of number 8 and focus more on the spiritual teaching, advice giving side of that number 11. If we don't do that, what happens here is the 11 adds up to a 2, and so you will come back down to that mediating level at a base level. So what I'm seeing here is for you for work, get out of the doldrums on the negative aspects. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing or not doing in terms of how it's compared to you, because we don't want to compare ourselves. Look on the bright side, the confident side, that success side of work, and bring in that heart, bring in that wise knowing that you have in the workplace, and bringing in the creativity as well. I do hope that resonates for you, Sophia, and congratulations on being tonight's winner of the Numbers of Life intuitive game. And of course, I will be back with that again next week. Now, don't forget, if you would like to leave a review for any of the readings that you receive, or any of the readings from any of our wonderful psychics, you can go to www.journeyryanlive.com/reviews. We would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, I think we should hop straight into our next question. Who do we have, please? And it's Norma. Hi, Norma. Oh, I love the photo of your dog, Norma. What a cutie. All right, let's check out your question. Norma says, he wants to talk, but it's always the same thing. I know where he stands. He's told me so many times. So is anything going to change, or is it more of the same? I really don't want to keep being hurt. I love him deeply and he loves me. Life commitment has always been in our way. Oh, Norma, it sounds like your heart is really hurting. Let's just have a look about how you can open up communication a bit more, both ways. Let's have a look at this commitment. Okay. I've got the Sun card reversed. So yes, definitely, I am seeing the love is there. It's not like anyone's pretending. There is real caring, but there are things getting in the way because I've got the Sun reversed. It's not totally all sunshine and roses. There is that thing about communication that's getting in the way. One of the things that I will say to you, Norma, is it's about trying to understand each other's communication styles, because we don't always communicate in the same way. Some people are more open about talking about their feelings, others are not. And I feel the biggest thing that you both need to look at, not just you, but the other person as well, you both really need to learn to listen. Listen to what they mean behind the words, not just the words that they are using. There is a difference between hearing words and actually understanding what is being said. So to help this communication along and to help the relationship along, I use this thing called reflective listening. So if your partner says to you, I love you, but sometimes I need time on my own, you would use reflective listening that says, I think I understand that. You need time out, but you still love me. Am I? Oh, we've got the bell. There's so much more depth I could have gone into with that for you, Norma, but I hope that little bit helps. And remember, if you would like a longer reading, a deeper dive into a situation, you can go into the chat, click on that link to the donated readings. You can choose a mini, a mega, which are both untimed. There is the quick read. Now, I forgot to mention earlier, I'm still not doing mediumship readings tonight, but that doesn't mean you can't have a mediumship reading. You can. You can go to Journey Ryan's show on Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because he is the master of mediumship. His mediumship work is unbelievable, the accuracy, the depth. The other way that you can have a mediumship reading is going onto our website at mypsychicconnection.com. We have a wonderful array of readers there who are also mediums. So you don't have to miss out, even though I'm not doing it tonight, but I will soon. I'm getting ready for it. Okay, now I wanted to talk a little bit more about what's going on in the skies. Earlier, I spoke about Sagittarius and Gemini being on opposite sides of the sky, and that's the sun in Gemini, the moon in Sagittarius, and that's creating that opposition energy. But this energy is light, it's happy, it's playful, it's spontaneous. But there is kind of a downside as well. As with everything in life, there is light and shadow. So what you've got to be a little bit careful of with this full moon is this conflict between that Gemini energy of just wanting to jump in, quickly get a solution, quickly get things done, and that Sagittarius energy of wanting the same thing, but wanting to dive deeper, wanting to look into the philosophy behind it all, the deeper reasons behind it all. So there's kind of a push-pull at the moment between just get the answer and move on to the next, and that Sagittarius energy of saying, well, no, I want to understand it more deeply. And this would be really interesting at this time when it comes to communication. This is for everyone. When you're communicating, there are some people who want that just light-hearted, quick answer kind of energy, and then there's the Sagittarius energy that wants to talk about the meaning of life. So I feel at the moment with this full moon, there can be a little bit of a push-pull between the two. So just be aware of that when you're communicating with others during this full moon period. Okay, let's move on to our next little piece. Who do we have? Woohoo! Look at that, the lightning round. I love it. I love the backgrounds and all the lightning. Oh, just gives me energy. Okay, so how does the lightning round work if this is your first time here? Over the next 3 minutes, you're going to put in your questions. They must be questions that can only have yes, no answers. So no what questions, no why, no how, no where. Only will this or won't this? And I will answer you with either a yes, no, or undetermined, because sometimes spirit gives us so much information that the answer isn't always a clear yes or no. Sometimes there are steps leading up to the yes or no, or sometimes that yes or no can change. So let's see those questions. Let's see those yes, no questions. I am waiting for you to challenge me. And we're beginning with Miss Gemma. Gemma says, should I book a room at a travel lodge next week on the night of my son's wedding? Yes. Gemma, will I go to my son's wedding reception? Yes. Gemma says, will Adam and I move in together at some point? Yes. Sophia, will I go on a cruise this year? No. Tara, will I move to Pittsburgh? Undetermined, more to that. E, will I be happy in Maryland? Oh, I'm getting a no. Pam, am I doing the right thing selling my home? Yes. Sophia, will I get a garden on my next home move? No. Tara, will my son move? Undetermined. Gemma, will Adam and I go to Brighton together next year? Oh, yes. E, will I find a husband in the next year? No. More to that one as well. Gemma, will I go abroad in the next few years? Undetermined. E, will I be happy in Tampa? Yes. Gemma, will Adam propose to me one day? Oh, yes. Kenny, will I travel to the USA next year? No. More to that one as well. Pam, will I be happy where I move to? Yes. Tara, will I find love in the next year? Oh, yes. That was a quick answer, that one. Keep those questions coming. Keep challenging me. Gemma, will I actually marry Adam? Yes. E, will I be in Tampa in the next 2 months? No. Keep those questions coming. Challenge me. I love all these yes/no questions because with most of them, there is so much more I want to say about them, but I am not allowed to. That is the challenge for me as a reader with this game. Gemma, will I work again? No. More to that one as well. Okay, keep those questions coming. I love this game because it really challenges me. Oh, we've got Tara. Will my daughter stay happy? Undetermined, and there's a reason for that. Kenny, will I pass my promotion examination soon? Yes. Wow, doesn't that 3 minutes go quickly? Thank you for all those great questions. And as I was saying before, I might give you a yes, I might give you a no, but that isn't the whole picture. Life is much more complex than a straight yes or no. There are all the steps to that yes, there are all the steps to that no, and all the steps beyond them because we have free will where we can change where we're at now to change that answer. He says, that was fun, Innerji. I know, wasn't it? I'm kind of half jumping up and down here in my chair, not trying to make too much noise. But that was awesome. Thank you for playing, everyone. Of course, we will do the lightning round again next week. But right now, let's take our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have E. E says, hey, Innerji, I'm leaving tonight. Will my move to Maryland be worth the move or should I go to Tampa instead? Thanks, love. All right, E. Well, you know, I initially saw Maryland as a no and Tampa as a yes. So I'm going to look at both of those locations and see if there's any more information on either of them. So moving to Maryland. Ooh. Moving to Tampa. All right. The move to Maryland, the first card I've got is the King of Cups reverse. So this is a lot of emotion, a lot of toing and froing. He says, yes, ma'am, please do. You're so welcome. I'm definitely doing this for you. So that King of Cups reversed is saying that this is a highly emotional move. I feel like there's a lot of stress around this. I feel like there's a lot of emotional change that won't sit well with you. I've also got the 8 of Wands reversed as well. And that's saying with this move to Maryland, things are out of alignment. And he says, yes, it is very stressful. I am not surprised. So there's a lot of stress and things aren't in alignment. I kind of feel you're trying to move too soon. I don't know if you actually have to make the move at the moment, but I feel like you're kind of rushing things and that is not helping. And I feel like the move to Maryland hasn't been really thought through. The move to Tampa, I've got the Ace of Swords. So this is looking like a better decision for you with this ace. Aces represent the new beginning. Swords represent the decisions. So this is looking like a more positive decision for you because I feel this move isn't just about moving location for you, E. It's about actually starting a new life. And the other card I have is the 5 of Swords, more swords, but it's reversed. So I'm seeing with this move, while it's looking better than Maryland, it's going to be one that is kind of balanced. There's not a winning here and there's not a losing. I kind of feel, and I just want to do another card, I kind of feel so so much more I wanted to say about that. So remember, of course, the move is a free will choice. I have to stop, the bell's gone. So thank you so much for your question. I do hope that helps at least a little bit. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about, and E says, oh, I know. Thank you for your feedback, and, give yourself time if you need to. And this is for everybody. Sometimes we have a tendency to rush in where angels fear to tread. So, and E says, thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Sometimes we just want to make things happen in the future. We want this lifestyle. We want this move. We want this job. We want this love. We want this to happen. But, rushing in and trying to force it to happen can sometimes backfire on us, because we need to do things in the time of the universe, not necessarily in our own time, because there is a lot of aligning that needs to go on in the background. So remember, if there's something that you're wanting, make sure that you research it, you think it through, see how you feel about it, check the facts, and then use your intuition around the timing of it. So I do hope that helps. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about a crystal that is wonderful all the time, but it is also great during full moon or any of the phases of the moon, particularly if you want to increase your intuition or have stronger spiritual connection. It's called a channeling crystal. This is a clear quartz channeling crystal. How do you know it's a channeling crystal? Well, on its major face, it has 7 sides. So I find the way to do it is I run my finger around, count to 7, and then on the back, it has a little, on this one, it's a very little triangle. That is how you identify a channeling crystal. Now, it's not always symmetrical. It can be a little lopsided, but it is still a channeling crystal. This helps you access your higher wisdom, your higher self, your soul energy, but it also helps you connect to spirit guides, to angels, to spiritual teachers, to loved ones who've passed. It helps that strengthen that connection so that you can receive messages, because the channeling crystal is a bit like a receiver, like a radio signal that you receive. So what you can do is, when you want to work with a channeling crystal, you imagine that you're on the end of the receiver at one end, and your connection that you would like to connect with is on the other, and you just imagine a line of golden light or silver light, whatever you like, coming from them to you, and you hold the crystal. You can program it that way. So a little bit about a great crystal to use with moon energy, particularly the full moon. Okay, do you like to use crystals around the full moon? If you do, I like to put mine outside and charge them. So if you like crystals around the full moon, let me know what ones are your particular favorites. But in the meantime, let's take our next question, please. Who do we have? Woohoo! We have a donation, and it's from our beautiful Gemma. Thank you so much. We appreciate all donations, and remember, $1 from every donation at the moment goes to the Ryan White program. All right, Miss Gemma, let's dive deep into your question. Here we go. Gemma asks, can you go more into if I will work or won't work again, please? Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a time frame, because when we look generally into the future, it's a bit like doing a general reading. It can get a bit fuzzy, but I want to have a look at it over the next couple of years for you. So I'm going to look at your energies at the moment around going back into the workplace. We're going to look at it 6 months, 12 months, and then the second year, because there was much more to that no than I was able to say in the lightning round. So here we go. So we've got now 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. So I've got the Page of Swords here at the moment for you, Gemma. And what this is saying to me is that the idea of going back to work is really enticing for you. It is something that you feel you would like to do, but you're holding back. You think, well, do I have the skill sets anymore? Can I do it emotionally? Can I do it mentally? Can I do it physically? So I feel that there's a lot of fears coming up that is getting in the way of your ability to actually move forward with this. Over the next 6 months, I've got the Judgment card reversed. So I'm definitely not seeing anything in the next 6 months around going back into the workplace. What I'm seeing here is that you still have a lot of internal work to do to get your confidence up, to really look. And Gemma says, I've been out of the game for 10 years and work is hard to get around here. Yes, so many mixed emotions. Yeah, getting back into the workforce can be challenging, but it can be done. But over the next 6 months, I'm not seeing that as an optimal time for you to try and make that decision to make it happen. As I said, you've got some of your own things that you need to work on, the anxiety that you feel, this sort of fear of going out in the world. This still needs some work. You're making fabulous progress. Don't get me wrong. You're making fabulous progress. But I feel in the next 6 months, the stress levels of trying to go into the workplace will set you back, will have you take steps backwards instead of forwards. The second 6 months, I've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. So I'm not seeing it in the second 6 months either. Again, I feel that the work has to be internal. If the card came up upright, I would have said, yeah, there's some opportunity here and, going out and doing. But with this card reversed, I feel, no, there's still more work. It's a slow journey forward for you, but I know you can do it. That's the important thing. The second year, I see things looking up more for you. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is always turning, absolutely always turning. And I feel at the moment you're not quite down at the bottom. You're kind of starting to move up. You're starting to work your way around. And Gemma says, once I get my energy high, both physically and mentally, it will give you more opportunities. It absolutely will, Gemma. And that's what I see in a couple of years. I don't see you necessarily actually in work, but I see you in a better place. I also feel for you, Gemma, that as you look at work, it's about looking at what you can do. It's not necessarily going back into a job or a type of industry that you've already been in. This is offering you new opportunities to start looking at how else you could be in a workplace. You may only, I'm getting the feeling part-time work might be the better option for you, especially in the beginning, taking it easy, being in a position that doesn't stress you too much, being in a position where you're not overwhelmed by other people. So I'm seeing a different career choice for you for the future, but it is at least 2 years away. Let's add some T coins to that and see what we have to add on to this information. Yeah, I've got the heart here. It's also about finding your passion again. Lots of times we make decisions based on finances, based on that's the only job around. And you did say jobs were hard to find. But I feel like you need to get your passion back first for what it is that you want to do in the world, what you want to do in terms of a job. And the other one, I love this T coin for you, Gemma. I've got the cross. This is about you having faith in yourself, having faith in your abilities, because there is so much loss of faith that you are experiencing at the moment. Gemma says, been thinking about selling clothes online in the meantime. I thought part-time or even voluntary to build my confidence up. Yes, it's about building your confidence up. And I do feel that part-time is a better introduction for you than trying to jump wholeheartedly into a whole 9 to 5, Monday to Friday kind of job. Let's add a little bit more to that because I feel there is more to say. And yes, there is. I've got the eagle. Gemma, look at the big picture of this. Don't look at just getting the next job. Look at the bigger picture of what you want your future working life to look like. Envision it. Set your intentions around it. Put the time and energy into manifesting it, but not yet. Oh gosh, we got the bell. I do hope you found that to be of help, Gemma. Never give up on yourself. And this applies to everyone. Never give up on yourself. I know I've done it myself. There are some days where you sit back and just say it's just all too hard. The world is too hard. Relationships are too hard. Work's too hard. I can't be bothered. But please, you will get through that. Never, ever give up on your dreams and your intentions. And Gemma says, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Very helpful. Gemma, you are so welcome. It is always a pleasure to read for you. It's always a pleasure to read for everyone here at My Psychic Connection. I absolutely love it. And of course, don't forget, $1 from that reading will be donated to the Ryan White program. And of course, oh, look, it's the emoji competition. We've got our winner. Oh, how cool is that? I just need to jump up and down on my chair a little bit and get really excited. EB, you are tonight's emoji winner. Congratulations. That is awesome. And E says, yippee. Yes. Oh, gosh, you didn't really want to hear that from me, did you? I'm in a silly mood tonight. Look out. Now, what deck will I use? I think I'm going to use my Aloha deck. This is a beautiful deck. So go with the flow kind of deck. So this is the only time again that I will do a general reading. So remember, if you would like a general reading, you need to go over to www.mypsychicconnection.com and choose one of our amazing readers there. Okay, let's see what we've got for you, EB. And I'm really drawn to do a question card for you as well with this. Little intuition popped into my head to add another card. All right, so the first card I have is a chance to share. You're a very generous soul, but this is a chance to even share more. And when I'm talking about sharing, I'm not talking about sharing your last piece of chocolate. I'm talking about sharing more of who you are out into the world. This is deeper than simple sharing. I feel that you kind of hold yourself back quite a bit. And it is time for you to share. Look at her. Look at her. She's shining in the light. She's opening up. And she is vulnerable. She's opening up her heart space. And I feel that that's somewhere you need to look at going. You need to open up your heart space. Allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable. Start off slowly. Do it with people that you trust. But I do feel that you hold your heart back a lot. So now is the time to really be more sharing, a chance to share more of who you are in your heart. It also says, authentic connection deepens love, healing, and understanding. And I do feel that opening up like this, opening up to others more, allowing that little bit of vulnerability to show, you are going to make deeper, deeper connections with others. The next card I have is assemble your desires. What do you want? What do you want? What intentions do you need to set that have maybe just been fleeting around or flying around in your head? I kind of feel that you're ready to really start to take action on your desires. But what you need to do is gather the information you need, make sure you have the skills that are necessary to do it so that you can meet that intended purpose. The third card I have is your body talks to you. Your body does talk to you. It's about listening and tuning into your body, knowing when you're hungry, tuning into your body, knowing when you need to move. If your body gets a little bit stiff, then you need to move. So tuning into the intuitive aspects of what your body is telling you. I feel like you've been kind of so much in your head that you've forgotten your body is there. So it is time. Reconnect to the feelings, the emotions, and the signals that come from your body. And the final card that I have for you that I was really drawn to do is it's a what if card, a little what if card. And the question for you to contemplate is, what if I acknowledge the value that I have, the value that I can add? And that comes back to this. And E says, I do hold back. I'm cautious with boundaries. I am ready to move forward to bigger and better things. Yes. Acknowledge your value. Really think about the value that you add without even thinking about it, and be more confident in sharing that value out. That will help you get more confident in setting your own intentions for the desires that you want to bring into play in your life. And that will also give you the confidence to get new skill sets in order to do it. And then see how it feels. Let your body talk to you when you do these things. Do you feel good in your own skin when you do these things? I will make a bet that you will. Thank you for playing the emoji game, and congratulations on being tonight's emoji winner. That was awesome. This is one of my favorite games that we play here at My Psychic Connection, so thank you so much. Okay, let's keep moving on. And we are up to the last question already. I believe Einstein's comment when he says time is relative. I agree completely, because 1 hour has gone so fast. So let's see who, and E says, okay, thanks. That helps a lot. E, you are very, very welcome, my dear. All right, let's go on to our last question. Who do we have, please? And it's Miss Collins. Hello, Miss Collins. And she says, I was hoping you could help me with deciding if I should finish up school for psychology first or dive deeper into theology. Well, let's have a look at this for you and see. Psychology or theology, both ologies. So let's look at psychology and theology. Okay, so looking at the psychology side, I've got the Six of Swords. I feel like you're on a journey with it. I actually feel like you're thinking it's too hard and that it's too much maneuvering around, and you feel like the theology might be, if not easier, more flowing for you. So that's what I'm seeing there. I kind of feel with the psychology, you kind of feel like you're on your own and you're feeling like it's not fulfilling you spiritually, and that's why you want to move on to the theology side. However, with the psychology, I feel that you're going to be able to take a lot of skills from it, a lot of skills that you can use in a more spiritual way if you so choose. It's just understanding which of those skills that you need to use. So I feel continuing with the psychology, whilst it's hard, is certainly going to bring some benefit to you in the longer term. Looking at theology, I've got the 10 of Wands reversed. Yes, theology for some reason is going to be easier for you. I feel it's more natural to you, so it will be an easier journey to take. I feel with the Six of Cups here, again, another emotions card. It's going to sit really well with you and you're going to feel comfortable with it. And it's going to be, yes, this is kind of my true passion kind of thing. But I've also got the Empress card reversed. And I kind of feel that now is not the timing to dive deeper into it. I feel there is a middle ground between these two ologies. The psychology will give you, if you like, the factual information, the understanding. And we got the bell. Thank you so much for your question. I do hope that was helpful. Now, don't forget, we have a fabulous amount of information that you can access here at My Psychic Connection. We have our YouTube channel with our weeklies and with our shorts. They are happening every day. Angel numbers, numerology and tarot, card of the day, Alice cards, so much, and then of course our weeklies. So don't forget, if you can't be here at a live show, although I hope you will be, you can always check out our shorts and our weeklies on YouTube. Now, speaking of YouTube live shows, we have some great live shows coming up as usual. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's our own beautiful Cassidy the Card Slinger. She will be slinging those cards and answering your questions. Then Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Journey Ryan Live is back. The Maestro of Mediumship. Don't forget that for your mediumship questions. And then Tuesday, we have beautiful Whispers from the Forest. Miss Squirrel will be whispering from the forest. That's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's love got to do with it? Well, let Bunny Sugars let you know with her amazing love readings. And then, of course, I will be back at 10 p.m. next Wednesday, me, Innerji the Metaphysical Crone, and I will be so happy to see you then. Until then, happy full moon blessings. Until next time. Bye.